Alright guys, well, I really shouldn't be doing this here. Uh, but the back bench is a total disaster. And this, if I open this up, has a lot of little screws. So I have to make sure that nothing gets lost. There's the battery, there's that, there's my magnifying glass, which I know I'm going to need. Here's a little USB, so I should be able to plug this in. And we got full battery, so we should be okay. Let's turn these on just in case I need them. Kaput, come on. There you go. Okay, so they're charged. The hell was that on my phone? Oh, okay guys, I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to stop recording for a minute. I was just texting my sister about a bird. So apparently a wild bird flew into her house. It's a small house, an apartment, first floor. Cute little place, nice for one person or a couple. However, this bird flew in, and they opened the doors for it and everything else, and it never flew out, and it would fly out and it would fly back in again, so it kind of made it its home. So she put a cage in the house for it, so it flies in and out and goes in and out of the cage, and that's where it is. So I told her, she said she was going to let her birds out. I said, well, wait a minute, you know, I didn't know about this bird. Speaking of birds, here's a feather. So I have a bird in here someplace. So I thought she had parakeets. So she said, well, I'm going to let my parakeets free. I said, don't let the birds out. They'll die. They won't survive outside. I says, if anything, just keep the cage open and let them fly around the house and get used to you. You know, they'll sit on your shoulder and they'll sleep with you and, you know, whatever. Parakeets are not stupid. And then she tells me that it's not a parakeet, it's a wild bird that keeps flying in and out and living in the house, flies into the cage, she feeds it, and so on and so forth. I said, well, you know, so be it, but you kind of like domesticated it, so I don't think it's going to be one that'll survive outside so much, especially in these kind of conditions. So, and she's further up north, so she gets a lot more cold than we do. Anyhow, let me turn this off. I got to make a pot of coffee. I want to get a piece of rubber for down here so no screws fall off. And I got to see if there's a bird around here someplace, because I just found a feather. Alright, so what I had done, as you can see, some of that rubber matting, this draw liner for things. I'll tell you what, that was a deal. I got to look it up again, because I got to see if that deal is still on, because if it is, to me it was a good deal, and I'd probably end up buying another one shortly just to have it here. Alright, now this has a little hex pad. Oh wait, this is mine. Well, they're both mine, but one's for here and one's not. And these won't fit this one, I don't think. No, they don't. So where did I put the head to this one? Hold on. Okie dokie. This one here, for some reason, I really do think that I looked at this one some time ago and it wouldn't do anything back then. had something to do with that. Don't remember if I had everything I needed to take this apart. I don't remember if I took it apart last time, or did I just find out about it by checking this out. And now this is somewhere around here, I do have that cord. I just had it in my hand. I think this is it. But I didn't put the banana plugs in yet for it. I think that's what it was. Yeah, so this plugs into here. But I didn't have 12 volts over here for it yet. That's what it was. That's what it was. Now I'm starting to remember. I never finished this bench. I was going to put 12 volts over here, if you guys remember, and I never got to it. I just never got to it. What's this one? Is this longer? No, that's, wait a minute. No, that needs 12 volts too. All this shit over here needs 12 volts. Well, I guess I'm going to have to do that today. I'm going to be doing wiring anyway, so the hell. I'll be doing some 110. And it's not a big deal to bring 12 volts over here. Ever notice when you try to do something, everything screws up? Alright. This is that little thing that I made up. This you can buy. This was a camera for the computer. So what I had, and the camera wasn't worth a shit. So I took it apart and I put a little 12 volt light bulb in there. So now I have an adjustable light and a magnifying glass. Okay, for some reason I'm thinking that just snaps in there. So let's get a screwdriver. Oh, my fingers are killing me today. Oh, man. I may not get anything done today. Oh, there's a way to get around this. Just put one of these screws back in, grab it with a pair of needle nose. No, I can't do that because it won't take, because it screws right into the frame, so that's not going to happen. Okay, I was hoping that would work. but that's not threaded, so that's not going to work. It's got to work that way. This has got to come out that way. There's nothing hiding under labels. The knobs are what's holding this in up here. Yeah. Oh, I do. Hello. This one's a bit too big. We're getting it. I think we're getting it, guys. Okay. We got it. Now, let me walk around and get my coffee. I'll be right back. Alright, so anyway, someday I'll remember to make my coffee the same way. Because it seems... Now see, if that's shorted out, that's a problem. And this does not... This does not... look right. I'm not taking all that apart. I remember this. I really remember this. I had this apart because that's my solder joint on there. So why isn't this receiving? I remember being in here. The solder joints on these two plugs are fresh from me. I can tell they're fresh. And I know I'm the only one that's been in this. And when I mean fresh, a couple years back. However, they're fresh to the other ones. Because I remember I was thinking that this may have had a couple of cold solder joints on it. This little thing is really handy. Boy, I tell you, I did a good job on this. I may make this a little taller and come off the side so I have more surface to work with. Or just get a bigger piece of wood, just make it all over again, now that I know what I like.